going on, guys? My name's Long Sensation, and today we're going to go for you guys some more Call of Duty Black Ops 3 news and information. Now in today's video we are indeed going to be covering the DLC dates for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We're going to be covering everything from the map pack dates over to the DLC weapon dates because, well, I've been taking a look at the release dates of previous DLC weapons and DLC map packs, and we can see a massive trend with Activision's marketing, and a lot of things tie in with stuff in a business sense, such as Activision's quarter conference calls and their earnings reports, things such like that, and also their DLC map pack releases. Of course, they can't release a DLC map pack and then also release supply drop weapons at the same time. And well, I've compiled a list of dates in which we can expect the DLC map packs and more DLC weapons to come to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, I understand these past couple of weeks a lot of people have been disappointed by the supply drop system within Call of Duty Black Ops 3. At the moment, I can't comment on that and tell you guys if they're going to change anything with the marketing and releasing DLC weapons, but instead what I've done is I've kind of compiled a lot of dates in which we can expect roundabouts when we will be getting more DLC weapons come into the game. If they're released in supply drops or released as purchasable weapons directly, we'll just have to see over the course of the up and coming months. Now, of course, taking a look at all of my data, I have compiled that the summertime will be the busiest time for Activision marketing. That means that they're going to release a lot more weapons, a lot more DLC map packs. A lot of focus is going to be around, I would say, May to the end of July, which of course is to be expected. Now, a few things to note before I do get into all of the dates is that Activision have around 200 to 210 days to release every single map pack. So they have between DLC 1 and DLC 4 200 days to release every single map pack. It doesn't matter how they really do it. Of course, they need to make it as balanced as possible, but 200 days is Activision's golden figure in regards to the DLC map packs. Of course, for DLC weapons, it's entirely different. They can release them whenever they want, but they need to consider things like the DLC map packs and also their conference calls, their earning reports, because, well, these have a massive impact on the overall business of Activision. And what you've got to bear in mind as well is that Treyarch really don't have anything to do with the business decisions that does go into the game. Activision do all of the business side, and then Treyarch do all of the designing, implementing the new weapons, etc, etc. So let's take a look at the dates now. Of course, I did look at the previous dates in which we got DLC weapons and DLC map packs, because of course that's where I judged all of this data from. So on December the 14th, we got our first ever set of DLC weapons. Then on February the 2nd, we got DLC 1 on the PS4. February 9th, we got more DLC weapons, which was a 6-week gap between the first and the second DLC set of weapons. Then on March the 3rd, we got DLC 1 on the Xbox. Then on March the 22nd, we got more DLC weapons, which was a 6-week period between that of DLC Weapon 2 and DLC Weapon 3. Then on April the 19th, which is coming up very soon indeed, we will be getting DLC 2 on the PlayStation 4. So from that straight away, we can see that there's usually between an 8 and a 6-week period between when the DLC weapons are going to be released. Now, for the purpose of making this video as simple as possible, I've decided that Activision will indeed be releasing DLC weapons every 6 weeks. Now, the reason for this is because it makes more sense from a logical standpoint. You guys will understand what I'm talking about when I get into the future predictions, because 6 weeks is of course a very balanced number, and well, it ties in very well indeed with things such as the DLC map packs and also their conference calls and their earnings report. Of course, the 8 weeks that we've seen previously, that was probably because DLC weapons was just first being introduced. Possibly Activision was testing the waters, and then I think moving forward that a 6-week gap is the likely option moving forward with more DLC weapons. But anyway, yes, April 19th, as I said before, will be the release date of DLC number 2 on the PlayStation 4, and then on May the 3rd, we can then expect some more DLC weapons. Of course, this is 2 weeks after DLC number 2, so it would make sense. It's going to give Activision a lot of time to actually market DLC number 2, get a lot of sales, get as many sales as possible, and then it would make a lot of logical sense to then release some more DLC weapons. And the reason why I think they're going to release these DLC weapons as well on May the 3rd is because last year for Activision's first quarter conference call, in which they declare their earnings and their stock prices and stuff like that to their investors, was on May the 6th last year. So that is very close. This is going to boost their revenue a little bit, and well, I definitely think that is a very good reason as to why they would release more weapons around this date. Now, the next one is going to be on 19th of May. We will be getting DLC 2 on the Xbox One. Then on the 14th of June, we can expect some more DLC weapons. This is going to be because it's going to be just a little bit before DLC number 3. Of course, they'll be doing a lot of marketing at this moment in time. This is going to be the busiest year for Activision in terms of DLC because, well, it's going to be the summer. A lot of people are going to be off school and off work and stuff like that, and they're going to want to pump out a lot of their weapons and DLC and stuff like that. So yes, June the 14th will be the date in which more DLC weapons will be released, and then just 1 week later we can expect DLC number 3 on the PlayStation 4, which will be on June the 21st. Now, before I do carry on with this, I do want to say that these indeed are predictions. I would say we should give around a week leeway between the dates, so it just kind of makes it a little bit better. Of course, these dates are not 100%, but they are dates that we can kind of predict will be the case moving forward with the DLCs. Now, on July the 21st, this will be the date in which DLC 3 will be released on the Xbox One. Then on July the 26th, we can expect some more DLC weapons. This, once again, is a 6-week gap before that previously. The reason for this date as well is because it's just in time for Activision's second quarter conference call, in which once again they declare earnings and stuff like that to their investors, and that was on August the 4th last year, so we can expect it to be round about the same dates. This is going to give Activision a week to market the DLC weapons and get once again as much revenue as possible. The next date will be the 23rd of August, in which DLC 4 is expected to release on the PlayStation 4. Once again, 200-day gap that Activision have for releasing DLC 1 to DLC 4, and well, the 23rd of August is expected to be the final date for DLC 4. The next date is going to be the 6th of September, in which more DLC weapons will be released. The next one will be the 22nd of September. This is when DLC 4 on the Xbox One and PC will be released. And then finally will be the 18th of October, in which more DLC weapons will be released as well. And the reason I'm not going to surpass this is because I don't really know what Activision are going to be doing. Of course, a lot of their marketing will be focusing on Call of Duty 2016. There's a possibility that they will release more weapons for Black Ops 3 moving forward. I know that Sledgehammer Games did do it with Advanced Warfare a few months after the game did kind of go out of its life cycle and Black Ops 3 was released, but we'll just have to see how popular Call of Duty 2016 is. At the moment, it doesn't seem that it's necessarily going to be that popular because it is going to be set in space, but we'll just have to see if Activision and Infinity Ward can change the people's minds, so to speak, and get us playing that game, because if not, a lot of people are going to continue playing Black Ops 3, and then I think that Activision's focus will be releasing more DLC weapons on this game as opposed to focusing a lot over on Call of Duty 2016. But once again, we'll just have to see. Things can change, and well, we're just going to have to sit tight and see how that goes. But yes, that is going to be all of the dates in which I believe the DLC map packs and DLC weapons will be released. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below to a screenshot of all of the dates in case you guys just want to use them for your own videos or something like that. Of course, credit would be greatly appreciated if you are watching this video and you will be using this information. But just let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that these are very good dates? Do you think they're conservative? Do you think that they're legitimate? Just let me know in the comment section below, because I think that just looking at the dates, there is a week gap at least between the dates of DLC weapons and the DLC map packs. It makes a lot of sense from a marketing standpoint, and it also makes a lot of sense from a revenue standpoint. And also moving forward, I do want to say in regards to the supply drops, we can expect things such as the rare supply drop bundle to usually be released released about a week before DLC weapons are released. Now, this seems like a cheap tactic to earn a little bit more revenue, but it is a business, like I said before, and when we do see this rare supply drop bundle, then we can expect more DLC weapons to be released round about a week after, or a week or two after that supply drop bundle has ended. So I'm going to leave it as that, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I've been Long Sensation, and I'll see you guys in the next video.